was on YouTube, but SML created a new vid called Ken Goes Insane. I laughed since the thumbnail was funny and clicked on it. It started with a weird noise screaming. Ken kills him, but it cuts off and it goes to a normal vid. Cody, Joseph, and Junior were playing tic-tac-toe while Ken was sitting on the couch. While they were about to go eat, they saw Ken move a little. They didn't care, but then they came back from eating lunch and didn't see Ken. Then Ken came out of nowhere and grabbed Cody. The screen was black for 10 secs, and I saw a video of Ken stabbing Cody's no spot. And then Ken ran to the screen to cut off to a black screen. Then it cut back to the vid of Junior hiding in the bathroom. But there was a window above the shower, and then he saw Ken outside. He screamed Joseph for help, but Ken broke the glass and killed Junior. Then Joseph was the only one alive. He ran to the kitchen and opened the oven. Ken ran very fast to the oven. Then Joseph closed it, then turned it on. Joseph cried as he saw Ken melt, and then the rest of the 30 secs was Joseph crying next to his dead friends.
Miel Creepypasta Marvin Insanity. The video starts. It starts off with Marvin coming home with a new expensive vase that he was going to give to Rosalina as a surprise. Jeffy asks, "What is that thing?" Marvin responds, "It is a very expensive vase that I am going to give Rosalina as a surprise. So don't touch it." "Okay," replied Jeffy. The next scene cut to Jeffy grabbing a football. He had to throw it above the vase. He then threw it in the trash bin from far away and screamed touchdown. He then went back to where he stood before and threw it. But this time, he accidentally destroyed the vase. "Oh no," he said. Marvin then walked into the kitchen and saw his very expensive vase shattered into many pieces. He saw Jeffy standing right there, then screamed at him, "Jeffy, why would you do this? Go to your room, you're grounded for a month." Then, YouTube crashed. I reopened it and went where I left off. There was a new scene, Jeffy in his room. "I can leave and break all the plates and cups. That will teach Daddy a lesson for grounding me." Jeffy then snuck out of his room. It showed Marvin on the couch watching TV. Jeffy then went into the kitchen and broke a couple plates, cups, and there were lots of pieces on the floor. Marvin then heard this and saw Jeffy do this. YouTube crashed and it took me to my lock screen. My wallpaper said Jeffy Y in red bloody letters. I went back to YouTube and resumed the video. It cut to Marvin. Eyes are bleeding. His head is about to explode. He has a knife. Jeffy runs to a door, but Jeffy being Jeffy forgets how to open it. He was now cornered by F'd up Marvin, his brain falling apart, his bleeding red eyes and his head slowly turning black. Jeffy starts crying and says, "Daddy, please stop. I'm sorry, I'll be a good boy," in more of a disturbing sad tone. I was just horrified. Marvin then says, "Jeffy, it's okay." Jeffy starts getting relieved, but Marvin says, "Just kidding," and kills Jeffy. The next scene cuts to Jeffy's dead body, but my bone chilled when I saw the pool of blood reading Jeffy Y. But then I saw Mario standing next to that. I was terrified. What the hell did I just watch? The video then faded to black for another 10 seconds, and my YouTube crashed. All my apps said Jeffy Y. My wallpaper did. I waited 10 seconds and it went back to normal.
I was bored, so I went to YouTube and found a video called "Scooter Gets Lost in the Woods." It looked interesting, so I clicked it. It started with Scooter asking Jeffy for his old scooter. Of course Jeffy said yes, since he was playing Fortnite and didn't focus. So then Scooter rode around the whole neighborhood, but then saw the woods. Since he wasn't smart, he decided to ride over there. Then while riding, he tripped over a rock. He didn't care, but then saw a sign that said "Be warned" for it, but he could tell it was a danger sign. He didn't care and rode into a giant cave. He saw some big round shapes hanging from the roof and also saw dead bodies. He was scared and tried to get out, but then the cave closed him in. He ran everywhere trying to find an exit, but he only saw dead ends with bloody puppets everywhere. Then he saw it, a giant spider with a black body and red eyes. He decided to run as fast as he can and hid inside of the cave. The giant spider cornered him and ripped his scooter away and ate it. Then he ate his pencil and then ripped Scooter's ear off. But luckily he ran fast and did something smart. He threw a body that was really strong to the cave's entrance and it made a small hole. He escaped and was running until he reached Marvin's house, then got in, and once Marvin saw Scooter with the side of his face covered in blood with no ear. He told Jeffy to call Cody but forgot that Cody and Junior died. Then he brought Scooter to the hospital. Luckily he survived, but he could only hear from his left and he had a fake ear on his right. I closed the video, disturbed from watching, and decided to go to sleep. A few months later I had hallucinations about him, so I decided to tell my friend about the video and he said, "There was never of it. Called Scooter Gets Lost in the Woods." He freaked, but then I took his phone and took him to my cave.
I saw a notification pop up. I said I hate green beans. ISML with a thumbnail of a disturbing Jeffy. I clicked on it. The video started with Jeffy playing on his cat piano while Mario was watching TV. Mario said, "Jeffy, stop it." Jeffy responded, "I didn't HAF to." Mario got mad, but just ignored him. It got to a scene of Mario saying, "Come down, Jeffy, your dinner is ready." Jeffy went downstairs and saw green beans and yelled, "I hate green beans." Mario yelled, "Eat them." Jeffy repeated, "I hate green beans, Daddy." Mario responded, "Eat them," and walked away. The video went black for 10 seconds and it was a scene of Jeffy with a knife. He said in the most monotone, creepy voice, "I said I hate green beans, Daddy." He then stabbed Mario. Blood splattered everywhere and Jeffy maniacally laughed. Rosalina was in the kitchen and saw Jeffy didn't eat his green beans. She went upstairs and told Jeffy, "Eat your green beans." It was too late for her to realize Jeffy went mentally insane and had a knife. Jeffy ran to Rosalina and stabbed her right in the head. Blood splattered everywhere. The video went black for 5 seconds, and what I saw next terrified the living hell out of me. Mario and Rosalina's heads and eyes were swapped onto each other's terrifying bloody bodies. Then Jeffy stared into the camera for 20 seconds and said in the most creepy monotone, disturbing voice, "I said I hate green beans." I was terrified.
I was on Instagram and my friend said that a weird video on YouTube was posted about Jeffy's mum, so I clicked and watched it. So I clicked the vid and it started with Jeffy asking Marvin to go outside, which he said yes since he thinks Jeffy is annoying. He actually asked cause he wanted McDonald's and he was stupid enough to walk into a warehouse that was dark yellow. He was yelling to see if anyone was there, but out of nowhere a deformed character came out of the shadows. Here's a picture a friend created a recreation, since I didn't screenshot. So anyways, it appears out of the shadows, and turns out it's Mommy, which she somehow survived. I freak out in excitement but continue watching, and then I see her run fast to Jeffy and they were running in circles. While Jeffy was running, luckily he had his phone on. Him and Rose had a tracker on Jeffy, so if he ever got lost, he could be found. It cut to a scene of Marvin and Rose trying to call Jeffy, but Jeffy was too focused running. They tracked Jeffy down and drove all the way to the warehouse, which was 5 minutes away. Right after Mario and Rose came in, Mario brought pepper spray to spray Mutated Mummy, which worked in her, slowing her down. They got Jeffy and ran into the car, while Mutated Mummy got furious. She decided to run very fast while they were driving at 67 miles per hour. It was a straight road and far ahead was a forest fire that just started, and then they decided to speed up to 90 and then make a strong drift and juke Mutated Mommy into the forest fire. It worked and she ran very fast into it and slowly burned alive, but it was only 2 secs before they sped away from it and went back home. Jeffy got green beans for dinner and he hated them, and then Marvin sighed, and then the vid cut to the intro, but then a black screen appeared for 40 secs. And at the last second, a jump scare appeared with Mutated. Mummy even burnt more and screaming, "I'll get you next time, Jeffy." I closed the video and decided to eat lunch. I got McDonald's, but the disturbing thing is, I saw a bullet in my burger that said, "Here comes Mummy."
I checked SML to see if it posted. I saw a video named "I Wanted Kool-Aid." It seemed like a normal video, so I clicked on it. The video started with Mario on the couch watching TV, like a normal episode. Black Yoshi came in and asked, "Can I have some Kool-Aid?" Mario said, "No, buy it yourself." Black Yoshi then said, "But I want me some Kool-Aid." Mario's voice got louder as he said no. Black Yoshi went to the kitchen and grabbed a knife. It cut to a scene where Black Yoshi snuck up behind Mario with a knife and said in a creepy voice, "I wanted Kool-Aid." Before Mario could see Black Yoshi, he got stabbed in the head with the knife and blood went everywhere. Black Yoshi then got Kool-Aid from the refrigerator and mixed it in with Mario's blood and drank it. It was terrifying.